Totes 5-star. Hi there. I am back for week 34 following my LapBand surgery that I had in June. Last week I was 167.4 and this week I'm 166. I thought that I was in the 166 last week, in 166 last week, but I was mistaken. I wasn't. So that's like a 1.4 pound weight loss, which is pretty good because this week, like, I ate a lot of, I felt like I just consumed a lot of food, well, not a lot of food, but high calorie food, I think. Like I had ribs twice, and then we bought these shrimp things, these like bacon shrimp things from Costco, and those came with a crap ton of calories, like 480. In fact, I had misplaced the box and then later found it in the backyard because we put trash in our backyard, I guess, but I found it in the backyard, but to put it into myfitnesspal.com, I couldn't find like the exact stuff, so I had to put that I had like 15 shrimp with bacon, but really I only had like 3 of them, maybe 4 at the most. So it's not that I am eating a whole lot more food, I don't think. It's just that the food that I am choosing to eat lately has been a bit high calorie. So my days have been like I think yesterday was maybe almost 1,700 calories. Granted, we did have like a free meal where we went back to the Mexican food place down the road and we shared fajitas, and it was he and I shared fajitas, and then Blake had some, and then we had again this morning for breakfast. So like really it lasted like 5 meals. Fantastic, huh? So anyway, so that's good. So 2 things that I wanted to talk about. This guy right here, my main squeeze, my number 1. I have lots of men, but I choose to keep him in the lead, But he touched my shoulder last week. He was like, ooh, and then he goes, ooh, bony. Really? But like, I thought that was really funny, and I don't think I told you that how funny I thought that was, but I thought that was just funny because it wasn't like, ooh, bony, it was like, ooh, bony. So anyway, apparently I've got bony shoulders, which is exciting. In addition to that, we've had some really amazing weather here in Austin, or in the Austin area. I live outside of Austin. So one day last week I decided I was going to lay out after work because my son and I, Blake and I, had gone out for a walk. And it was pretty warm, Brandy Spangler, though, like there with her 15-degree weather in Colorado, is going to be laughing at me. But it was probably like 75, and like we were like, oh man, it's so hot. Whew. So I decided I was going to lay out, and I realized that when I laid down, I left one of my legs like up, just kind of like bent at the knee, And then I was like, oh, I can't get sun on that other leg because it's going to be covered by, like, it's going to be shade. And so then I got to thinking, like, why do I have one of my legs up, And then I realized that all my years, I think I had mentioned in quite a few videos ago, like how I would stand a certain way because I didn't like the way that my legs looked being so much heavier. And apparently when I would lay out or lay at the pool or something, I would always keep one leg up instead of laying them both down, because when I would lay them down, they would look even larger than they were. And so you know what I did? I laid both my legs down. I was like, what's up? I'm 166 pounds, yo. So I laid both my legs down and I enjoyed it. And it was more comfortable. And anyway, it was nice. And so anyway, that's that. And I wore my old bathing suit, and it looked like a little girl in her grandma's bathing suit. Like the crotch hung down and everything. And it was quite the sight, but it was exciting because that bathing suit used to be tight. So anyway, brought this guy on, my man, my hubs, to talk through some change, as I did with my younger son as well as my oldest son. And then this coming week I'm going to be in Arizona as well, so I hope that I'll be able to talk through some change with my mother and my sister in my next video, so we'll see if we have time for that. So, Dave, what I have asked both of the boys is, when it comes to change, and I don't know if I told you about this, but there's a girl on YouTube who had a quote in the beginning of one of her videos that said, only the same person will gain the weight back, right? Because a lot of people, they lose weight and then they gain weight back and then they gain even more weight back, right? And so that's obviously what I don't want to do, what he doesn't want to do, because this guy's lost like 40 pounds as well, which is kind of amazing. So amongst Blake, Dave, and I, we have lost over 165 pounds. That's a lot of weight. That's like one of me. What's up? That's like one of me. So anyway, change. When it comes to change, what do you think has been the biggest change that we have made as a family? Something that's going to stick with us, that we're not gonna fall back into our old ways. Like, what would you say is the number one?
2 things. they're both number one to me is we're eating different, where we're not filling up a plate anymore. We're filling up, I've learned from Lindsay, on my portions, I do like a little handful or a little Tupperware, not a big bowl. And the second thing is cardio. We've been doing it all together, except my youngest. He can't get him away from the games, but he does enough. He's energetic. But Lindsay, Blake, and me, I do running. I do workouts at work with guys, and I'd come home and I run a mile and a half when we get out, or I go with Lindsay and do some fitness walks. But all during her fitness, she walks super fast now, because when she first started all this, I walk fast. So, I'm walking fast, and I didn't know she was behind me trying to catch up to me, trying to pick it up, go pick it up a little bit. And now she's right up to me, and now I got to pick it up. I'm like, oh my God, I'm walking pretty fast, but I'm about ready to run, and she's right up to my right up to my level. And so we like to work out and watch her eating. Greek yogurt, peanut butter, awesome.
He hates Greek yogurt and peanut butter.
I was supposed to say that. Sorry.
I did not tell him to say that. Apparently Blake told him to say that.
I'm not a yogurt fan. Peanut butter, I love.
Peanut butter's good. So anyway, when it comes to food, what is the biggest change that we have made? What would you say is the biggest, in your opinion? There's no right or wrong answer. Just like, what is the biggest change?
Not eating a whole big baked potato with a steak. We got to the point where we cut that in half, and it was still a lot. I mean, we love to barbecue, I love to cook, but we'd always have a steak, a big potato, and some squash and zucchini, yellow squash, mushrooms. But boy, when we're done, it's like, oh my God, we're watching a movie, it's like, I'm ready for a nap. That's ridiculous. You should not do that. So we cut out potatoes, period.
We had an impromptu date night this last week. He surprised me by buying me new walking shoes, which is really exciting, because my other ones, the plastic thing was coming out of the back ankle, so it was like rubbing on me, and so I brought them to him, and I'm like, babe, can you fix this? So of course, with everything, he put duct tape on it, and so it was fine after that.
I snipped it a little bit, did a little trim.
Oh, okay.
It's the inside plastic by your heel. All shoes have that, so I trimmed that, slapped some duct tape. Which is the #1 guy tape.
For sure, and it's been working just fine, but we went and we bought new ones. But anyway, there was this, we went to this place called like Red's Patio or something, which was such a cool place. So if anyone's ever in
Red's Porch, Austin,
Red's
Texas.
Porch, yeah. If you're ever, it has like a second level, and you can look over like this little valley, and it's a great place to watch the sunset as well. Beautiful. One of his friends at work had recommended it, and it was beautiful. You can see like the lightning in the distance, like pretty far away and stuff. So anyway, I had a glass of sangria, which was delicious. And they had a special going for like 12-ounce prime rib with a baked potato. I think that was that, just 12-ounce prime. And so I was like, oh, we'll just get that and we'll share it. So I had, a little thing of the prime rib. And then I also had a little bit of the potato, but just like a little bit. So it was just a regular size.
It was a small potato, not a big size we used to have.
Yeah, and we would have the big size on our own, like by ourselves too. So just like that. And there was still probably, that much potato left over whenever we were done. So we didn't even eat it all. So it's really cool. So change is good, and I think that it's going to be changed to last forever.
During that dinner, I said, oh my God, we used to eat this ourselves and be so full. We ate it just right, where it's like we weren't full, we weren't hungry, we're right in between. It's like, I feel good. Then we went to many Targets looking for clothes for this. And and any other women's stores, and we felt good.
We did, and he was such a trooper. Like, I think I tried on greater than 15 pairs of shoes. Like, literally, I just couldn't. They were all so cute, but I couldn't find any that didn't hurt this toe or that toe or the back of my foot.
Put a lot of shoes up.
We did. So anyway, that's the weigh-in for the week. I hope that everyone has a fantastic week, and happy weight loss to you all.
Thank you, and do the cardio. Cardio drops weight. Don't take any of these pills, all that stuff. Cardio loses the pound.
Okay, thanks guys. Have a good one. Bye.